Hey everybody, it's your girl Lonnie Love, aka May Styles, aka the Boss Braider. And I honestly just wanted to tell you guys a little bit about myself and my journey and how I became a travel hairstylist, and how I've been sustaining my business throughout COVID, through my obstacles and everything that's been going on. So for the first and foremost, my name is Milani Barnett. And I am 21 years old. I am from the Bay Area, California, West Coast Bay, okay. But I started braiding hair when I was 11, 12 years old, right? And so, honestly, shout out to my mom. She kind of, I won't say forced me, because it was something I was really interested in. And as a little girl, you growing up, you playing with dolls, baby dolls and stuff like that. You like to play in hair. So that's what I was doing. My mom, she braided hair a little bit, but it was never like a full-time business. It was really more so for just like family, friends, people that were close to her. But it wasn't like, hey, everybody, like come sit down in my chair. No, she just braided for who she knew. My cousin actually taught me how to scalp braid. So she taught me how to, obviously do the cornrows to the back on the scalp. But I taught myself how to do a regular 3-strand plait on like a brat style. And I learned that at 12 years old. And from then on, because my mom knew she had a hairstylist in the house, she was like, oh, I'm about to put her to work. You know what I mean? And all the way up from 12 to, I want to say maybe 14, 15 is the entire time that I was doing her hair, my little sister's hair. I would do family every now and then, but it wasn't like a big thing because I was still in middle school. We had just moved out there, and I was still new. It wasn't like I was, doing it to make money, even though she paid me for her and my sister. But I did her hair almost, I want to say every 2 or 3 weeks. I want to say once a month, maybe twice a month if she didn't really like it, because we were experimenting with a lot of stuff too. But yeah, that's how I started. And then once I got to about 14, 15 is when I started to like put it out there that I was doing hair, because at that point I had stopped getting my hair braided at 13. I began doing my own hair and my mom trusted me with that. So me doing braids and wigs and all the avenues of hair, I'm showing up to school looking fly and they asked me who did my hair, right? So then that's when that started. So honestly, I started out braiding my own hair. Like it wasn't like, oh, I want to do this so I can make money. It was, I'm just doing my own hair. I'm just trying to get by doing my own hair. 14 and 15 is when I started getting paid. I was a freshman at that time, freshman in high school. And from then on, all the way up until high school is when I was getting paid. Like Christmas break, Thanksgiving break, summertime. Like I was saving up money ever since I was like 15, 16 years old. Not saving for a particular purpose, but I was putting up money because I didn't really have much to spend it on. And that's just was that. So boom, right, graduate high school. Once I went to college, I went to Grambling State University. So if you are from Louisiana or you've been to Grambling, drop it down on the low because I still like to connect with people. I am now located in Houston. So yeah, let me know where y'all at, okay? But yeah, so I went to Grambling, and by that time I was already established with balancing school and a business, right? So when I went to college, that made it even, I won't say it made it easier, because college and high school are obviously different, educational avenues, but because I already knew how to do that, it was a smooth transition from one to another, and I was just making more money. And so I only went to school for that 1 year, and by the time I finished that semester, I had $20,000 saved up to move out of my mom's house. And it wasn't like that was the goal to move out. It wasn't like $20,000 was my goal to save. But when it all came down to how much money I had left over and what I wanted to do after COVID had hit, because COVID had hit the second semester of college for me. So we already came back home, and now I'm like, okay, well, damn, like if we're back home, I don't know if I want to go to college still. I don't even know what I want to do. And, you know, I had options because I had the money. I was 18 by then. I graduated when I was 17. I went to college at 17, turned 18 while I was there. And by the time that freshman year was over, I was still 18. And I $20,000 at 18, baby, I didn't know what to do, right? So, you know, in my mind, I'm like, okay, I need to make a smart decision to use this money and to still be able to make money where I'm at, because the reason why I'm even in Texas now is because Louisiana, you can't really make a lot of money there. And so I wanted to make sure that I could still go to school and still be able to do hair, but just make more money doing hair. And so I was like, okay, sister state, Houston, Texas, I can go to TSU, transfer to TSU, and still do hair there. But it just turned out that I ended up missing the deadline by the time I came back. And ever since then, I have been working on my business. I have been building my clientele out here, and it will make 3 years in about 2 weeks. So I've been down here for 3 years now. I've established a pretty good loyal clientele. And honestly, this is something that you want to do too. Then I suggest that you grab my Boss Braider ebook, because that will literally give you the blueprint on how I sustained my clients throughout all of those changes, right? From graduating from high school to college to missing the deadline of college. And there's other things that I've experienced in this 3 years that I can't obviously fit into this whole video, and I'm gonna make more videos. So, you know, make sure you subscribe to the channel so that you can get the full scope of what I had to go through and endure to get to where I am. And also grab the ebook as well. But yeah, like, throughout those 3 years, I've been traveling back and forth to and from Cali, and I've been thriving ever since. My business is still alive after 3 years. They usually say businesses don't last more than 2 years. And so, you know, for someone at 18 to be able to establish that right out of high school, going into college, like, this is something that you can do. You do not have to go to school if you do not want to. I am not encouraging you not to go to school, but I'm also encouraging you not to go to school, because whatever you want to do, get the education that you need for that. And if it requires you to go to college, then cool. But if you want to just start making money and you love to do hair or makeup or nails or whatever, and it's a service that you can offer, it's a trade, then I'd suggest you get into that now. Wherever you are at, if you know somebody that's 14, 15, and you see them getting into nails and makeup and hair, you don't have to push it towards them, but, you know, put it in their ear, like, hey, like, this is something you can actually take serious and make money off of if you wanted to. And it's not like you have to not go to college, you know what I mean? But as a college student, you're broke. You don't have money. You know, it's not a lot of job opportunities out here with just a high school diploma. Then you need to get serious about your beauty business, because that will sustain your income and your bills while you figure out what you actually really want to do. This doesn't have to be an end game, or this doesn't have to be like the end all be all for you, but this is definitely something that you can do to make money while you're in college, while you're still young. I'm 21, you guys, and I'm making more money than I ever made when I was 18, and I had $20,000 saved up. So imagine a couple years from now, as I'm establishing and building my business, like, this is not something I plan to do forever, right? So this, like I said, this doesn't have to be the end all be all, but if you are in high school, if you're in college, if you're trying to figure out what you need to do, and the goal is to make some money also while doing things that you love, then go for it and do that, because there was nothing holding me back to stay in Cali. There was nothing holding me back to stay in Louisiana. Like, the reason why I got where I got is because I actually put the work in to do that and to plan out what my life would look like. At 18, moving halfway across the country at 18, to a lot of people that's nuts. But for me, now I'm thriving, right? 3 years later, still thriving, making more money than I ever have. My savings are crazy, right? So make sure that you are doing things that actually fit you and who you want to be and where you want to go. You don't have to have that all figured out, but you need to have that first next step figured out. And I knew for me, my next step after college was to make money doing what I love to do in the state that I know that I can thrive in. And period. California, I knew I could thrive out there, but not as much as Houston. Houston is a big hair capital. There's a lot of money that can be made out here. And if you have great customer service and professionalism, people skills, communication skills, all of those things, then you will without a doubt like thrive, right? Like, so just make sure that you're not letting anything hold you back. It doesn't matter how old you are, as long as you have those professional skills and you're old enough to be able to handle those responsibilities mentally, then you can do that. I was 17 when I graduated high school and went to college and was making money. I was 18 when I moved out my mom's house into Houston by myself. So you guys got to know a little bit about me. If you guys have any questions at all, then just put them in the comment box and let me know what you guys think and how I can help you. Like, I started out at 18, you guys. Like, it does not matter how old you are. You do not have to wait until you're 21 or 25 or 30 to start a business. If you want to do this now. So that when you are 25 and you are 30, you can enjoy all the money, all the savings, all the things that you did. Subscribe to the channel. I will be dropping more videos weekly so that you guys can get all the information that is needed. For my braiders who are just starting out, I have the perfect guide for you. It is the Boss Braider Guide. So make sure you go grab that, and I will see you guys in the next video.